The South African Human Rights Commission's national investigative hearings into the July 2021 unrest continue today. National Police Commissioner Khehla Sitole says they're trying to find the masterminds behind the July civil unrest. He was testifying before the hearings in Umhlanga yesterday. 9 alleged instigators have so far been arrested. More than 350 people were killed during widespread looting and destruction of businesses in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. Let's now talk to our colleague Jayed Paulse, who has been covering the story. A very good morning to you, Jayed. What's the latest?
Well, a very good morning to you, Desiree, and to the viewers back at home. And I think for many that have been following this hearing, yesterday was a pretty lengthy one where we saw the National Commissioner Khehla Sitole talk about what he found to be happening on the ground during the unrest. But I think one pivotal factor that stood out, and an interesting factor, was the fact that they did receive an early warning intelligence report. But National Commissioner Khehla Sitole saying that what contained in that report was not necessarily with regards to the modus operandi of the unrest. And he also told the Commission that he did not share that report with Minister of Police Jayed Paulse. And the Commission went very hard on him, Desiree, saying why would he not share that with his line of command, his duty. You know, it would be his duty to share that with the Minister of Police. And we saw Mr. Sitole saying that he didn't feel that it was necessary to share that report with the minister. Now, what was contained in that report, he didn't really go into very much, but he did say that there was an early warning report with regards to disruptions and protests that could possibly flare up in Durban and some parts of KwaZulu-Natal, but lamenting and reiterating that it was not in line with the unrest and he did not foresee the magnitude of the protest and the unrest taking place after he received that report. So a lot of yesterday morning dealt with this early warning report, and the commissioners, especially Keketso Motshabi, went very hard on the National Commissioner, still punting that question, why did he not share it with the Minister of Police? Now, we do know that the Minister of Police did furnish the Commission with an affidavit, a statement saying that he did not receive any warning report from the intelligence unit and the police. And we do know that Minister of Police Jayed Paulse hit the ground running in KwaZulu-Natal as well as Gauteng. And a lot of the information that came out of his statement, and we're looking forward to him testifying on Friday, but what he said in his statement, that he literally went blind into the unrest. He was not given any intel or any information, and he really had to sift through what was happening in the various hotspots in KZN. So that happened yesterday morning. To the later part of the commission, we saw the provincial commissioner Umhlanga also give evidence, and he really unpacked why he was absent. Now, we do know that the former Defence Military Veterans Minister, that being Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula, she testified last week Friday saying that the provincial commissioner was not really hands-on. He did not furnish her with any information when she was in the province, and she had to rely on his deputy to assist her with regards to deployment of SANDF members here in KZN. And we heard him testifying, saying that that was not true. He was, in fact, involved in many of those meetings behind the scenes, and did say he did take paternity leave, because that also came out, that he did take paternity leave, but he reported back to duty 4 days after his wife gave birth. Now, we do know that he will continue testifying later this afternoon, but if I can just run down the program for you today, the Commission will start shortly until 11 o'clock, where we see Minister Lindiwe Zulu, Department of Social Development. She will testify. That will be virtual, Desiree. Then from 11 to about 1:30, Lieutenant General Libya, Directorate of Priority Crimes Investigation, that's the DPCI head, that will also be virtual. And then obviously Umkhwanazi will give evidence today. So it's going to be very interesting to hear what Libya has to say in terms of the Priority Crimes Investigation, what they have managed to garner from what transpired during KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng in terms of the unrest. It's going to be a pretty lengthy day, but I'm sure it's going to be very interesting for those that are watching back at home and following the unrest hearings here in Durban. Desiree.
Thank you so much, Jayed. And of course, we'll be going there live as soon as the proceedings begin.